I'm going to try this again. I'm going to pick up where I hope I left off. Soon, my mom's brown and white checkered apron is in front of me. I look up. I swear I didn't. I didn't know it was a card for dead people. It's a sympathy card, she said. And it's for the people that miss the person that has died, not for the dead. Well, don't you think that the dead person deserves a card more than anyone? She laughs and she leans her elbow on the counter and lifts her other arm to put her hand on my face. It's warm, and I'm so relieved that she isn't that mad at me. You're funny, you know that? Then she pulls over the napkin with the dinosaurs holding coffee cups. What's this? Just an idea I have for the sketchbook of impossible things. She stares at it. Aw, your grandpa knew you were talented. You were talented, and he'd be so proud of how hard you're working on your art. And he would love that you named your sketchbook after Alice in Wonderland. He had such fun sharing that book with you. She looks up at me, just like he shared it with me when I was young. Alice in Wonderland, a book about living in a world where nothing makes sense, and it made perfect sense to me. I miss Grandpa, I say. 3 words that hold sadness like a tree holds leaves. Me too, sweetheart. I miss how he'd move from place to place with us whenever Dad got stationed somewhere new or deployed. It's weird to think he doesn't know that we've moved again. She taps the end of my nose. I don't know, sweetheart. I think he knows. Just then, voices I recognized come through the glass doors. It's Shay and Jessica. When I turn around, Shay says, "Well, look who's here. It's Allie Nickerson." They know my mom works here and have seen me here before, so I figured it isn't a coincidence that they are here. "Allie," Shay says, "you never came back to class. We were worried about you." What a joke that is, and I turn back around while they whisper. When Jessica asks, "Why don't you come sit with us?" Her voice reminds me of a pin hidden inside a candy bar. My mom motions with her head that I should follow them. "Go ahead, sweetheart. You can take a break." I give my mom the "please stop" eyes while Shay mimics the word "sweetheart" in a baby voice. I guess my mom didn't hear because she whispers, "New friends would be good, Allie. It wouldn't hurt you to at least give them a chance." Someone comes to seat them, but Shay asks, "Can we sit at the counter?" Great. Once they sit there are 2 stools between them and me. My mom leans in and whispers, "Why don't you move down and sit with them? They're reaching out, Allie." Reaching out with a bottle of poison? I think back to one of our apartments where the landlords kept llamas in their field. I love them, but Mom said they smelled. I whispered back, "It's more likely that you'd buy me my own pet llama than me sit with them." She half smiles. "What shall we name the llama?" I squint and shake my head. She makes an exasperated sound. "So stubborn." Shay and Jessica stare at us like 2 cats watching birds in a cage. My mom takes her pad out and walks over to them. "Hello, girls. What can I get you?" Jessica orders strawberry ice cream, But when Shay orders chocolate, Jessica tells my mom, "Oh, that sounds good. I'll have chocolate instead." I roll my eyes. Typical Jessica. As soon as my mom is gone, Shay asks, "So, Allie?" I look over. "Why would you give Mrs. Hall that card? That's like really mean." Since there is no good answer to give, I stare at the page in my book. I'll ignore them. I've taken their teasing before. Jessica laughs. "Has your mother always been a waitress?" "No," I blurt out. "She used to be an astronaut." They break into laughter, and over near the kitchen my mom smiles, and she thinks I'm bonding with them. "My father," Jessica begins, "owned his own flower business, and he says," Shay interrupts, "Allie, maybe you can be a waitress when you grow up. But can you read the flavors of the ice cream for me? I'm having trouble." She points up to the slow-turning cube hanging from the ceiling that lists the flavors on each side. The movement makes it even harder to read. I feel my face get hot. Oh no. Do they know I can't read? As they laugh, I remember how I had to read aloud last year when I first got here. I knew I shouldn't have, but some stupid voice in my head sometimes says it will be different this time, and I try. And I always fail. That day I read that macaroni can swim up to 20 miles an hour. It was supposed to be manatee. The class laughed, of course, but so did the teachers, so I tried to pretend I had done it on purpose. I get up, walk behind them around the corner into the back room. I'm not supposed to be there, but it's the only place that they can't follow me. I step behind the tall metal shelves with cans of pickles and ketchup and relish that are bigger than my head. Pushing my back hard against the wall, I see words on everything that surrounds me. Boxes and cans and giant plastic bottles. Words. I can never get away from them. I think back to school, to second grade, when my teacher wrote a whole lot of letters down and asked me what they said. I had no idea, but I was used to that. "That spells your name, Allie. Allie Nickerson." Who knew a second grader could understand what being humiliated feels like? Tears begin to come, but I swallow them because I know I'll be found soon. I worry so much about them knowing my secret that my stomach feels like I've been kicked in the guts. "Allie," my mom asks as she comes around the corner, "your friends have gone. What are you doing back here?" I can't tell her. Thinking I have friends makes her so happy. "Honey?" I was checking the ingredients of ketchup." Her eyebrows bunch up. She knows something is up. But I walk past her before she asks another question. I walk back out into the restaurant with her following and sit next to Shay and Jessica's matching empty dishes. It feels like they should mean something, like maybe I'm an empty dish compared to everyone else. But mostly those dishes make me feel like this year will be the worst year I've had so far. And that's really saying something. It's the end of chapter 4. I'll be back on Wednesday to read chapter 5 and probably chapter 6. I hope you have a great Tuesday. Hope you're well. Gosh, I miss y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye.